Fortnite's
feel awful
live
to
stream.
just get victimized by Mega and
I would be so
like
upset to go against one of these
viewing
guys.
party.
They're too quick.
Phase Mega with
and we talked about
13
like what makes some of these
kills.
players good. In some circumstances, they do
33
everything
points.
right. Sometimes they're just very good in their fast.
It's just incredible.
Like that would be what I say kind of Mega, Dubs, Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage. Well, they all have like certain types of traits about them and certain things they do well. Yes, they're all incredibly fast-paced players with everything they do. And in and of themselves, that's almost their defining trait. The quickness at which they do everything. Beating somebody in Fortnite to the punch by a quarter of a second is enough for a shot. If you're doing that every single time, you're getting their wall every single time because you're that much faster, then you're going to be able to snowball those advantages, compound them into something better. That's why the best of the best are so consistent.
As we focus in on Mega here, let's see what he's going to do. We have praised him enough on how quick he is. He's at 14 eliminations. If you don't believe us by now, you're crazy. You don't get that high, that aggressive in finals. Guys, mind you, this is everything on the line for New York City, right? Potentially. And he just pushes through. Just goes all the way through, no hesitation. That's one. Someone else does join the battle here.
This
Finds
guy
him
is
as
such
well.
a god.
Quick little flick right there.
That was just gross.
16
If I
elims.
found this guy in a public game,
I was honestly like, I
not
half
even
thought
stand a
he was going
chance.
to push in for the pickaxe. The flip-knock will do the 180 if you get that full headshot there, but instead sticks with the combat and then picks up the nice little double. But now he needs to be careful of the 6. Good job getting up.
He has
2 blocks,
16
and then,
kills.
luckily, as he pops the shadow,
He
the
can
shots
legit
miss
get the
towards
20
door.
bomb.
So, you know, sometimes you got to make your own luck. Mega catching it right there is going to put down the campfire as well as the 2 minis. If you blink,
Just saying,
you
guys,
might have
this
missed it,
kid
but
is
he's now
13.
in the center of zone, boxed up, campfire one side, launch pad in the zone next to him, and
So
now reloading
jeez.
all of his weapons, ready for the next rush.
Yeah, he did
Come on,
manage
Mega.
to
Just
drop
get the
the
freaking
flint and
20
pick
bomb.
up a grenade launcher. Interesting to see how that's going to play out here in this end game, because it's not typical you see someone have a grenade launcher towards these congested zones. But this is the perfect time to use all these shadow bombs, guys. Just keep him in the game and rotating. He is on someone's heels right here. He was really trying to get that elim right there, chasing him all the way up.
And one thing that's super important to note there, notice how he didn't jump or double jump or wasn't sprinting. He was literally walking directly behind the player. Any of those other movement options would have given away, and the player would have known, would have had an opportunity to box him in, potentially trap him out. That's what we talk about when we say do all of the little things right. You might not think about it. You might think, oh, I get the double jump. Better use it. No, players adapt.
If Mega
They've
gets the
gotten used
20
to it. They
bomb,
know to look for
it's
the smoke
actually
trails,
going to be
to just
insane.
throw bullets towards it and to hope to get it. But Mega going one step farther, and he still has 2
This is
more,
the
enabling
World
him so
Cup
much. And here
finals.
go the grenades. Will we see Mr. Savage 2.0, who is the best billiard player in NA? He fires all of them down low, and no ticks coming through yet.
But the pressure of the explodes, the sounds, it's as much of a mind game as it is the whole site just to kind of connect here. So let's see what Mega's going to do. He's looking for the elims down low. He doesn't care about who's up above. He's trying to inch his way down here.
Come on, just get the 20 bomb, bro.
Taking a little bit more control of this layer. He doesn't have any movement, any freedom space here. He's going to find Dream TV.
Wait. That was a grenade tag. It had to have been. He hasn't shot anybody else in the last minute. So he had to have hit somebody with a grenade, gets flint knocked out into the zone there. But can he cover himself? 7 HP.
Oh my
Mega
god.
drops down. Winteroo, you can go back. It's the time of summer, and it's the time of phase Mega. What a sick edit and sick play now. Up to 107 effective HP. Papa Eggy on the high ground. Hoffner gets personally victimized by Mega.
He has 19.
Like basically the rest of the entire lobby, up to 19 elims, but now on the low ground. Shadow Bomb comes out from Eggy. Hot feet for Mega. Hot feet for Eggy, but he's in the shadow.
He got 20
Mega
kills.
Finds him. He finds him because he jumped. Monster.
Mega got a 20 bomb.
He managed to really pull through and clutch
Holy
up at the end.
crap.
That was as close as we've ever seen it, and that was a 20 elimination game there.
30 points. 30 points for Mega. We saw him at 7 HP. Again, I cannot stress it enough. If you're watching and you want to get better at Fortnite, go.
My god.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine dropping a 20 bomb in any game. Like, I think I've had a 20 bomb once, maybe, in a pub. I think, and I felt really, really, really happy. He's doing it in the finals against the best of the world. If you want to go watch these games, watch their perspectives. You can load it up in the client yourself. You can go to the leaderboard, set the region. Right now, we're on NA East. Then you can click the compete week 9 and check out all of the individual greatness. Whether you want to be watching Tfue or Dubs or Mega or any of the other server players who have already qualified, I promise you, they will all put on a show as we get into the final half hour of the queues. And already, Chap, Tilpill, Snood, all up over on this side. Clicks in the match as well. Right as I said that, Tilpill gets taken out by, honestly, the Demon Hunter right now. That's what Clicks feels like. He's just running around cleaning up everything. Dude,
Clicks is fearless right now. He's he has nothing to lose at this point. This is all good practice for the Fortnite World Cup. This Chap is now putting pressure on players that are gliding across, and what a death valley here. You do not want to have to cross this. You think, oh, I have a launch pad, I'm okay. No way, not when players have this much elevation kind of set up. This poor guy's probably going to use redeploy. He uses the flick knock actually trying to save himself there. He's still in the game.
Was able to catch himself right there at the bottom. You see Kearney also here, Chap trying to get an angle on the rest of the lobby. Again, the Liquid Old Guard desperately trying to qualify and join Vivid on.
Hello, Burton.
Nobu Beef, it does get picked up. Bears also going down. 33 players remaining.
FaZe
circle,
Mega just got a 20 bomb in the freaking finals.
Going on the circle. Look at the bottom right, Monster.
Yeah, it's going straight across another valley towards the tilted, or neo-tilted mountain. You guys are very familiar with this mountain. It's been in the game for a while here. So to have to cross back.
Yeah.
That
man's is a god.
Really, really good kind of vantage point over the rest of Tilted, but it's really awkward to kind of end up fighting around and rotating over because it's such a steep valley into then this kind of like gradual hill that drops off right after. So we'll see some interesting rotations coming out, but now on board here with Joy with that tactical assault rifle, trying to throw some shots over. You do see Storm Surge over on your right-hand side. Only one more player has to fall before that turns off, and the rotation is coming through. So Joy is going to be looking for those gatekeeping opportunities. You see him checking the angles as Shiga picks up Sensible. Temp gets picked up by Joy. He's going to be like, all right, got my Elim, I'm out. Waiting for the opportunity to then rotate over and away. The question is, how long can he extend out the Shadow Bomb? Not long enough. Going to opt to use the second one.
He got two people.
Get to tick over in the storm as well onto Shiga. So good job from him.
Look at this.
And now all the way far side of the zone.
Manages to really just hop his way up and over all the builds. Perfect usage of the Shadow Bombs here.
Liquid Chap goes down.
He's already on the offensive push here. Another player did rotate by. He's kind of getting his eyes set on who's going to be his next victim.
OSP goes down.
3. Will this be the 4th? And it is going to be the 4th. Let's have fun, okay? We saw him a bunch yesterday, ending in the top 10. I think he finished about 6th.
But doesn't look like he's having as much fun.
What a Shadow Bomb maneuver.
As J-Truth picks up another Elim. Grandma
Clicks
goes down
is still there. Ghost Snood.
Also down another player who qualified for duos, looking for a solo qualification. You have Snood, the second best average Sunday finisher in the entire world, but hasn't managed to get a qualification spot. 2 9th place finishes for him. Will this week be his week? You see Joy shots up towards the top guard, and he gets Preston with the drop down in the alley-oop afterward.
Yep, and here it is. Joy has now found himself 2 layers up and over these opponents here. He has to be very careful. He's looking to see if he can just disconnect this entire build, maybe get some fall damage.
He needs to look up, though. There was a rift that went off. This is not completely uncontested, and boom, there it is. He realizes there's the 3 players in the sky, wants to hold this high ground, so he's going to push over towards this other player, and he gets it away from him, except gets the high ground ripped away from him, and Joy immediately looks up and places the trap down.
Yeah, he did manage to pull that off.
Joy with the height.
What is going on here?
Bottle laser some people. Snood goes down.
Clicks pops the big old
Oh, Ghost Snood died from the storm. That's a rip.
This is going to work out perfect for him as Joy is probably running low on mats. A lot of builds coming out of him, except going up.
Clicks lands on Joy's.
Ramp, doesn't even care. No respect for Joy at all. Puts the double ramp off right there.
Just absolutely took it away from him. Clicks in the top right, Joy in the bottom right. That's the fight that's happening in the high ground. You have 2 separate 1v1s. Clicks versus Joy, except versus FaZe attacks. It attacks runs him over. Absolutely brilliantly done from him there after taking out J-Truth. Gets that there, so he has uncontested low,
Clicks
but with
is no shield.
mats to his name. So Clicks is just going to rain down on the lobby. Only 2 mats left on Joy, and a singular shadow bomb that is there as well. Everything is pointing to Clicks if he can get his way down. Attacks, goes forward onto Joy, and Joy finds it. He gets the siphon, but he's down on the HP lead as Clicks has the high ground, but is starting to run low on mats. Only has 12 left, but that's all it takes. The combat shotgun from nearly 6
Clicks is
tiles
already
up,
qualified, I'm pretty sure, though, so
for Clicks, 3 elims, victory royale, locks it up with the 13 points. There's a reason he's qualified in duos, solos, and he's in first place. Well, right now, well
he's
done.
qualified
Clicks,
twice.
but the action doesn't stop. Again, 49 players left here with Raised by King Steens. 25 minutes left.
Yeah, definitely was a crazy game right there for Clicks, but jumping into the next game, 25 minutes left on the queue. This is going to be a close one here for Steens, as he is running out of time on the clock for the final opportunity for anyone, guys, to make it through the Fortnite World Cup final stage. This is it. This is the last moment. So another 50-man, highly congested lobby. Storm 6 is approaching.
And we're going through Tilted. We talk about all of the natural structures and stuff that is already there.
Neo tilted finish. You'll love to see it, boys.
Right now, trying to free break a bunch of those, but there's a player right next to it. Gets the shot first for the 73, and then forces the player to disengage. Dynamite coming over towards this whole structure. Will Steens push forward for it? First edit, second edit. Players right there, phasing through the floor, and opts to disengage. No shot coming out yet. Oh, he found him. He owns that ramp.
Oh,
that should be free. Yeah.
Oh my, another 124. Guys, the combat has such a tight cross here. These shots are just barely connecting at full range right there. That's insane. Such a tough shot to make in a close quarter like that. Beautiful flicks right here. Steens is in it to win it right now, and he is now replenished to max materials. Taking a look around the map.
Diet Clorox.
See, you have
someone's name is Diet Clorox.
New boss. Again, we see more boombo action here. Will we see some elims being picked up? Not as much as we saw before. That little change to the boombo's made a big difference.
Yeah, I know a lot of people kind of scoffed at it at first, like, oh, like 0.25 seconds. That's not a big difference. When you look at small numbers like that in particular, I advise people to think in terms of percentages, right? So yeah, you think, oh, a quarter of a second, that's not that long of a time. But one, a quarter of a second is about the natural reaction speed for a human, and two, that's a 25% increase. So all those like sick full draw flicks you saw before, you don't have the time to do that anymore. Because yes, the extra half second, you're like, oh, what is that? But if it's the reaction time for your average human being, I promise you, the competitive Fortnite player has a much faster reaction time than that. So all of a sudden, they hear any amount of that draw, or you don't get as quick of a release, it's not going to be as effective. Just not to say it's not strong, but it's definitely slightly more significant than people thought at first.
Yeah, definitely. Percentages are huge, and we talked about reaction speeds.
The heavy snake to the wall.
Three-piece on his rotation, and his managed to find the tree. So close, hits the tree.
Nuts high on the leaderboard.
Nut walks right past him. He did do the last bit of damage, so.
Yeah, rewarded any cheat. We're gonna have to look at that maybe for teaming, because Nut in the tree, just similar names going through the tree, holding up there. Just make sure, but no, brilliantly done from Nut. Super unfortunate there that the tree happened to be there, but you know, sometimes luck's on your side and sometimes it's not. As we're on board here with Clarity G, trying to find an angle, still has his baller as well as 2 shadow bombs, so a lot of utility coming out, has the heavy sniper as well, and you can see him just trying to find a spot to hang out with the baller so he won't get shot down. This is one thing about these baller rotations. The players try and hang out off the underside of builds so you won't take
Diet
initial damage.
Clorox still alive in the ball.
5 of them trying to make their way up the side. Kazooie gets Boogie Bomb but is going to be okay, and this rotation is nuts and stacked. Everyone trying to go
it's
up
going
and over
up a
this
mountain.
hill. As you can see, Nistic, Tech, Twizbot, CWV, Nobu BFO, Prodigy Aces, Tendi, 2Chens, all going down to the storm in Old Man Mountain. He is patient, he is calm, and he will claim his toll. The lobby goes from 30 to 18 in the blink of an eye.
Just over the mountain, a nightmare situation for these players that do not have mobility. And it's crazy because not one friendly launch pad
TSM
came down,
Prodigy
so they all
Aces
went
goes
down.
down.
Everyone paid the price there.
It's like you're looking for recycled utility. It's like, who's going to be
Class
the one
goes
to do
down.
it? Hey, but if nobody is recycling, nobody gets to go. And that was what we had talked about. We talked about how this hill can end up for an awkward rotation. And look at what it spawned as the players now have to rotate
TJ with the
back
height.
through it. TJ on the high ground. 2 players ripped up into the rift. Casker and Vane on the low ground. Top 15 remaining right now.
And somehow Clarity still managed to keep the ball with the no help. Literally all it needs is one shot here and it can be taken out. But with all the chaos, all the players, he's managing to just stay in it, just avoid all of these guys, avoid all this problematic.
Largely by doing this, you can see hanging out on the underside of the high grounds builds. He's not going to edit himself and look back down. But right as he
Someone
does
has a
it, gets the
minigun.
build broken. That player isn't going to be looking to knock that ball away. He wants to find Elam's clarity, looks skyward, hits the heavy snipe, but no knocking down there. Kazui is still in this match. Did just pick up cheap. Vane also still in the match on the low ground. Kazui going to drop, off to catch himself, and then swap right to the combat shotgun. Clarity picking up Kazui there as he continues to work downward. We're into the top 10 now.
Love it. He is looking to now take down this build here. It's not held up on much. And
Someone
interesting, he had
an
shadow
RPG.
bombs, but he waterfalled all the way down.
It's coming down now.
Someone is coming down. It's his high ground to keep if he can just hold it here.
There's no one there, though. It's fine. Top 5 and high ground now for Clarity all of a sudden. Still has 20 builds and the 2 shadow bombs.
Oh, man, it's going back up and over. Futat tries to land on him. Clarity gets shot. Is he going to be able to continue to keep it? Yes, he does. He keeps his high ground and trades a monstrous shot in return. Wraps him right up. Now it's all
Casper,
his once again, and he's
or
replenished on
Casper,
health.
or
Great
whatever
double
his name
trap
is,
there from Clarity onto Futatsu right as he pushes
has
the box.
the most
Casper and
health.
TJ going at it in the bottom right-hand corner.
Casper.
Casper going to be the beneficiary of that one. And now he's looking. He's not staying with the zone. Using the RPG to drop down
Clarity,
Clarity.
Jesus.
Clarity has zone position, gets the first shot. And Casker
Oh
going
my
at it.
God.
He got the one shot. Casker, you lord. 5 elims, victory royale.
He was on
15 points there, pushing
20
him up
HP.
to 46. What a finish, my lord Casker. Courage. That was pretty sick.
Not yet much closer than that. Right down to the final moment. Hits the shot he needs to and wins the game. Folks, I'm back here on the stage with my good friend Dr. Lupo as we've been watching the NA action unfold. Now, Ben, we've also got a ticket to punch, but we'll get to that in a second. First, catch her to speed of what you've been looking out for.
NAE so far putting on an excellent show, and actually
Coming up there.
one of the craziest things we've seen thus far up until right now is the standings have been kind of it's a new set of faces.
Yeah, this last week, everyone that's been fighting for those spots has risen through the ranks and is now in that top 10. The question is, who winds up holding on to those spots? As we are still waiting to see that all unfold. Either way, though, those coveted positions, 6 more left. It's coming down to the wire. This is the last opportunity they have to make it into the Fortnite World Cup.
3,000 players from every region played through on Saturday to make it here, but right now, the top of the top of the top for NA East. Here's your standings. Quick refresh of everything we've seen. We just
Sun
saw in clicks.
aspect.
Multiple games so far today. 3 victory royales. Only 7. He still has 3 left. 66 points, and he's already qualified.
Yeah.
So you have to keep in mind too, players like Clarity, Mega, even though all the way down to the bottom, Colorful, those players, if they end up in the top 6 for NA East, all you have to do is just adjust the list of who's going to qualify. So if you freeze it right here, this is one of the craziest things as we head into the final week of solos. Freeze it right here. Every single player on this board would end up qualifying because you have 1st, 4th, and 5th pushes multiple positions down. It's insane. And that's consistency because then you have Clicks, Clarity, Mega, Colorful, all already in the top 10 right now as it stands right now. But like I said, still have games left to play.
Tough thing is Aspect already at 10 games played, won't be able to up that score anymore. We'll see if they can potentially hold on to their position. We know that that's a look at NA East. I believe we also have an update for Brazil.
The final standings
The
for
final
Brazil.
standings for Brazil.
There it is.
Node qualifies. Techno Viking in that 2nd spot. So close, but not enough in the end. You see the 9Z boys on there as well. Either way, Clip Node, the
Mongrel
one
qualified.
qualifier from Brazil, which means we've got a ticket to punch. We've got a ticket to punch.
Jack,
The World Cup Finals. Ben, I know this is something that you've struggled with.
it's going to work. It has to work. At some point, it's going to work. All right.
Do it.
So, I've seen everybody else do it. It's just a little corner tap. I think that I've been hitting the middle.
All I do.
Try the corner, okay? Ready?
All right, go ahead. And let's throw it back to our casters. To the break.
Hey Fortnite fam, BallTW here to get in the nitty-gritty of competitive Fortnite. The final circles in competitive Fortnite are packed tightly with both action and players, all fighting to get the victory royale. Let's introduce one of the most common techniques used to outlast your opponents in those congested final zones. What is tunneling? Also known as snaking or pathing, this is when you build a protected tunnel while running away from the storm and into the next safe zone. When these safe zones get so small, this becomes very, very important, as there can be opposing players on all sides of you. Here's an example of the most basic tunnel, the straight tunnel. From your base, you simply build straight towards your destination straight ahead of you, with a floor piece below your feet and above your head. This is the most basic and also dangerous version of the tunnel, since you're not covering horizontally. You're exposed from your sides. However, you save materials by doing this. The materials you spend covering your sides quickly add up. Then, if you need to go diagonally to get where you need to go, you'll often see players do the diagonal tunnel. At its most basic, it's very similar. You're just changing directions as you go, once left, once right. This is very useful since sometimes you'll encounter enemies that you want to get away from on the road to the victory royale, or the next safe zone is in a diagonal direction. So just change directions and move, but make sure to stay safe from the storm. Now we talked about how you're exposed from your sides. In both versions, you can add walls to either side, or both, left and right, or even in front as well. This gets really hard really fast, and this is why it's so impressive that not only are these high-level players tunneling so fast and without error, but at the same time going for crazy plays on unsuspecting opponents to rack up elimination points as well as placement points. It's a lot to take in, and oftentimes they do things so fast that you can't even keep up. Watching players like Cease, Bizzle, Mongrel, Benji Fishy, and all the players playing in the Fortnite World Cup Online Open play from their tunnels can be jaw-dropping. So there you have it, tunneling. One of the most important skills in competitive Fortnite. It's pretty simple at its core, but at the high pace of these congested endgames, it gets complicated. That means you need to practice, and make sure to hop in creative mode and do just that. You can practice it in the open on your own island, or use one of the many amazing pre-built training courses that creators have made. This was BallTW, and we'll see you in game.
Actually qualified. It's actually such a relief, such a big achievement, and something I've been working for almost a year now. It feels really good.
I think it's one of my biggest accomplishments. It's just a massive
Hey,
pool
Nate
of people.
here.
You need to be so incredibly proud of your son being one of the best, one of the best solo Fortnite players in the world.
It's still hitting me like slowly. I was literally just laughing. Like I was laughing so much.
Wow, I won $50,000 guaranteed, and I'm going to New York.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 50,000.
Oh, there you go.
As a kid, this is basically all you dream of.
The hype's really real.
It's a game
Hey,
I
it's
can compete
Mega.
in, and I think that's why I have so much fun in it.
Mr. Savage on.
I'm incredibly grateful for Fortnite for giving me the opportunity to just pursue gaming, and how many friends I've made through this game.
Thank you for everyone who believed in me, because I honestly didn't really believe in myself.
It's gonna be so fun. I love
Vivid.
it. It's awesome. Thanks, Fortnite.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Jonesies, Bonesies, and everyone in between. My name is Sundown, and you're watching the Fortnite World Cup Online Open week number 9. Yes, week 9 already, which means it is the final week of the solos competition. We have already seen Europe, Oceania, Asia, and now Brazil wrap up. We're going to get into the final moments of NA East, and I'm gonna need some amazing casters to bring us to the conclusion. It's gonna be Dr. Lupo and Zika Miss Prime. Gentlemen, take us away.
You'd think after long enough, walking out from the same section would lose its pizzazz, but it's true, it's not the case. Still feels good every time. Zeke, welcome. We get to finish NA East, dude. It's the craziest region in terms of big names.
Sure. I'm still just baffled that Sundown called me an amazing caster. I mean, with an accolade like that, what else do I need? Let's hop into these games as amazing casters would. Here we go, though. Like you said, man, this is the tail end of NA East. And again, Fortnite fam, if this is your first time tuning in, maybe, you know, you've been with us in and out. Guys, this is it. The final week of solo competition. 9 minutes, almost 10 here left on the clock for these players to queue up. This is it, Lupo. This is literally these players' last opportunity to qualify and punch their ticket to the finals. Now, don't forget, we have 1 week left that has been moved, all right? And that will be the final duo week. But right now, it's all about solos.
Remember, too, with that adjustment in scheduling comes a doubling of prize. $2 million on the line this week and the following week, that final week, the 20th and the 21st, in case you're checking your calendars. Appreciate Epic making a solid call there. You don't want to schedule multiple cool events simultaneously. Make sure everybody can watch and play, etc. Top of your screen there, and then we've seen multiple times climbing the leaderboard. Hogman squeaking outside that box on the left side. Meanwhile, Phenom here in front of you, pushing forward. On up 28 points right now. 2 eliminations, halfway full on materials, and the all-powerful tactical shotgun in the inventory. That's at this point, that's a joke in comparison. Honestly, so many people, especially in competitive, favor the combat shotgun because its ability to hit at range favors accuracy, the ability to ADS, aim down sights, for those that are not aware of what the acronym stands for. Do just a little bit extra damage as everything kind of, the accuracy is increased, everything's pushed together, the spread is not as severe. Shots from the outside here, a quick little tap. Lauden goes down. Phenom picking up the 3rd elimination.
That was a great wall, or ramp, excuse me, there to mount a little bit of a defense. You know, he saw the player, he eliminated the player, someone else saw him eliminate the player. I was trying to find a better way of saying that, but I was like, let's just go for it. And then,
I respect the attempt.
You know, I appreciate it. Got to try sometime. You know what's crazy? I think this is the first time we're seeing Sunny Steps today as one of these final ending zones. Now, don't forget, guys, top 25 is that placement threshold. 15, 5 to victory out are all the additional ones as well. And every elimination is a point. So, Dr. Lupo, you know, these guys, we can't stress this enough. Like I said earlier, this is the final few moments. Everything they do is going to affect the standings, right? If they eliminate a player, if they get eliminated, maybe they make a bad call or a bad trade, it's going to directly impact the standings.
On top of that, you can see big shifts in placement. Might come down to the point where some player may or may not qualify because of a single mistake. 1v1 that's lost, that kind of situation. Red Sprite on the outside. Graska finding 2 eliminations. The second the
Tilt goes down.
Tilt. Pushing up the ramp here. We're in the top 25 now. Placement points going out for everybody. 41 points. Enough to put Graska closer to the top 10. Love to see that. Campfire down to probably the only time that might be this safe. Even then, not very safe. It's multiple players. Blind pressure shots squeaking through the walls. Graska's forced to turbo build.
Sky High's there.
Chance to heal up on that. Campfire.
Sky High, bro.
Rotating next to Graska. Making it out just barely by a hair. 52 HP is enough for a combat shot out of midair to cause Graska to have to go back to the lobby. 52 builds left and both minis popped. 102 HP, just kidding. 152, maybe 200 in a second here. We'll see. Graska trying to find another elim. We get it back down into his own build, pushing forward in the outside rotation in front of his opponent's box. Owning as many of the surfaces as possible. Really, really solid heads-up play there. Phenom.
I want Sky High to win this.
Damage dealt just moments ago. Top 15, top 13 now as Graska picks up more placement points and the eliminations from the previous opponents.
Now, don't forget,
This guy
Delphi
has
is
some.
above
Yes,
him.
he
Down
is.
below is Shaz.
Oh,
Look
he's
here on the
low.
lowest ground. Players being eliminated. Highest guy there as well. And look at the rift, just sending players into the sky. So now Graska's not on the highest ground tarp, so he's got to make a decision. Do I, you know, the guy on the top, Dopai, is going to be looking up because anyone could try and potentially contest high ground. So now he's probably going to turn his attention down below. He could go for the contest and try to like overtake high ground.
He
But
only
right
has
now,
9
man,
builds.
again, like when every single interaction matters, it's better to just wait it out. Try and get those placement points
100%.
first, and then go for elims, right?
Seeing a slightly lower average score right now. But in your stats, he goes down. All right, Luxury on the outside. Quick push there from Graska. E11 feeling real good about their recruitment right now. We've said that about Ghost, FaZe, and a number of other teams in the past, but right now,
This guy has sword.
not a good show. E11 doing an excellent job, feeling good about all their players.
Oh, look at that. Up on the high ground, Graska goes for the contest, and he overtakes, man, words, what's going on with me today? Overtakes Dopai up on the high ground, and look at this dude. He's dropped into critical HP. He's just got to bail on the entire situation. It's like,
Skyhigh needs an
my
elim.
bad, man. I didn't know it was your high ground.
Sorry about that. Good to go now.
Almost here. Top 5, Lupo been close.
80 damage there. Graska looking to follow through. Pick up an elimination. Going to double layer above. You want to keep ownership of as many surfaces above as players are rotating. Look at that shot. That's exactly why. Takes ownership of the ceiling. Quick hit it. Shaz goes down. 4 eliminations. Or 4 players remaining. 8 elims right now for Graska. Big game. Victory
Oh,
Royale
Skyhigh
or
went
not.
down.
We'll see
That's
here in a
a
second.
rip.
Dopey on the ultimate low ground. 30 HP it looks like. Trick and Nyko King fighting it out. The same tarp, the same box. Nyko King drops out just before getting the elim and actually goes down himself. Trick going down to Graska 1v1 with Dopey with no builds, 29 HP. Here we go. The shots from above. Constant pressure is all it's going to take. This is Graska's game to win. Imagine a loss right now. Yeah, right. It couldn't be me. And Graska takes it home.
Very well executed from him. Just identifying, you know, when to go for the high ground retake. Obviously, you want high ground heading into these later circles, but like you got to know when to do it. Because if you just go aggressive, and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to challenge this guy. Often it's met with a combat shot into the face.
Timing is everything. Timing is absolutely everything. If you like you said, if you have a player that pushes up at the wrong time, maybe that player that has the ultimate high ground is already aware of everything that's going on. Could literally have a bead on you from above. Maybe you flint knock up, maybe you redeploy, anything. You're putting yourself in a shot that in a position that basically says, please shoot me out of the air. Have this elimination. Excellent gameplay there. By the way, if you are on NA East, we are in the last 3.5 minutes of queue time. Get the games in, or I mean, that's a big misstep. Why would you not? Just do it.
I mean, especially if you have extra games, just hop in and go for those elimination games or throwaway games, as sometimes
if it's your last one, though, definitely play it all the way out for placement.
Yeah.
So important.
Absolutely.
Pick up extra points there. See the mark for the circle. I mentioned that earlier. Very kind of cool that we can see that from this view. Karoo from the Twitter gang, or I'm not sure.
I think that just means he's Karoo on Twitter.
I just love all the different prefixes and stuff people put in their names. The smiley faces at the end. Is goated, spams L2.
I will not lose.
Love it. Love
billion of them. Picks up air cool there in the crossfire. Now he knows someone else is close. Lux here as well going to get picked up, and someone's going to send Stinks RPGs the likes over Karoo's way. But look at all this free loot. I believe that is a Chug Jug as well. I mean, I feel like if you're going to go ahead and dedicate the 10 seconds for the Meg, just take the extra 5.
Chug. Why are you not using the Chug?
Listen,
why are you not using the Chug, bro?
It's, you know, maybe he's just feeling a little bit of pressure here from things around him. Remember, we have more, I guess, like insight on this just because we can see more. We have more information than Karoo does in this game. So
I feel like he's got to have the audio cues to know that no one is around him, or at least no one's going to pressure. The only thought could be, is there someone maybe 1-2 layers up with a heavy snipe, someone that can drop into this box and apply pressure when I'm not really expecting it. But he was already at such high HP and shield. Look, he's even. This is just so you know at home. Look at that. That wasn't even a spectate issue. That was literally he sat there and did nothing.
Yeah, I mean at that point you might as well just take it a Chug. And just leave it behind. You know, listen, it's okay.
Leaving it behind now makes sense.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a chance to use that, but not using the Chug in that moment feels like a misplay. It's all right though. Hopefully,
very well
figure this out.
Could come back to bite him, but look, if he gets a siphon, he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
You know? I believe that might be what he's banking on. It's like, look, let's just go for the siphon.
He knows. He read the script, right? He knows that this is about to be an elim for him.
Ooh.
Joke, by the way, internet, Reddit, please. There's no actual script. I'm kidding. 30 players left. We'll get a top 25 soon. Crew just rotating around inside this baller. Not putting too much pressure on anybody. You don't want to make yourself a target and make anybody frustrated. You break their builds, that kind of thing. You know they're going to lash back. Kalber in the feed, pick it up. Elam on Tandy. Players in the ultimate high ground stills. Caru's rotating this ball. He's not the only one, though, as you see a swarm of ballers in front.
Right here on the edge.
28 players left. I bet you about
we're gonna see, right? Everyone's slowing down.
10 of them are ballers.
Be edged out right there at the end. And this is probably what
he
you
has a
this
max
is the
materials.
least optimal time to be eliminated, right? Right on the edge of top 25.
Because the heartbreaking, because you wasted 20 minutes getting to top 26, and then you get popped. Whoever you see in the feed next. Oh, there it is. I believe it was Swifty Slides goes down. Very sad.
Yeah, if you jump into a game and you're eliminated like 86, maybe pick one Elam or two, you're like, you know what? No big deal. I hopped in.
Good use of time.
Yeah, but if you hop in like that and you get eliminated, it's rough.
Right now, not the best. I guess the last game, too, not a huge deal because you know that, oh, God, we're going to get another one in.
Briggs
this is
TV.
a lot of players. Styles on Gek all the way to the bottom of your screen, falling outside of the zone, probably going to go down 2 storm damage on your screen. Were the point schemes, how to get points, placement, and eliminations, very important. Percently, 0 elims, 101 builds, 17 left, looking all the way up top.
Goes down.
Pushing his way back up. Player inside. A lot of baller play in here. You got to remember, too, I feel like if you mess with one baller, you're going to get the whole swarm. So you got to be careful because there's going to be a lot of people flying around you. Gal all the way to the top. Zakep, NA East out of time.
Dom, invite me again. Wait, never mind. I think I can. Ah, there we go. Doom boom.
We got it. We got it. Ben's on my team. I bet on my team. I bet on my team.
Okay, I got Bubba.
Down bum. I don't know if that's fair, but okay. Invite me to the frickin' game, Doom boom. Yeah, I got
this is 11 to 5. You guys want to start over, or you want to just play this last round?
Start over.
Okay.
What
look at these 2 matching skins. Oh.
What are you, gay?
Oh my God, they're even doing the same dance move.
I'm gonna have a stroke.
If you don't have this emote, then you're gay.
If you don't have this emote.
Except for Toby. Toby doesn't get V-Bucks unless his dad gives them to him. So Toby's an exception. This is the kid that plays Fortnite like literally 24/7.
Yeah. Ian, how many wins do you have?
723, I told you earlier.
Did you
Unless
check?
he got more today.
Nah, I didn't get more today. I was mostly just watching the live stream.